What's up, y'all? We have decided to change our name from the Top 10 Guys to We Rate, You Hate. We just decided to put a little mix on it. So, same guys, same concept, but just a little bit different flavor with the name. So, we're going to jump right into it, and we're doing the top 10 NFL uniforms all the time. This includes throwbacks, it includes just iconic uniforms for certain teams. It's just had the tradition of all time. It includes everything. So we're going to jump right into it. And number 10 is Denver Broncos. And the Denver Broncos of like the
60s to the 90s.
60s and 90s with
the huffing horse
the
teeth.
blue helmet and John Elway teeth on the helmet. I mean, the horse teeth on the helmet.
The bright blue, the orange jerseys, because even when they changed for a while, they went just the navy jersey, and it took them a while to go back to the orange, but even that jersey just, to me, wasn't ever the same. I think one of the funny things is a lot of the throwbacks that we did, kind of as a consensus, kind of like, it's kind of funny that a lot of those teams never won a Super Bowl with those uniforms and won it with the newer, uglier uniform that we feel. But, so, you know, if you're a superstitious person with your team, you're probably like, we'd never go back to that. We lost 4 Super Bowls, Denver, but to me, that uniform is Denver.
Looking at these colors, it's always the blue and the orange and the white. It's always like different shades of it. But I think you're right. I think the one, for some reason, that orange and blue combination looks better together.
It's a brighter blue, not that navy. Yeah. It just
looks like a real uniform.
Well, Tom Jackson wore it in the late 70s, and Lyle Alzado, and then John Elway brought it in. I mean, it's just, again, iconic, but it's like when you think of Denver Broncos, I think of the bright orange.
The drive. You know, it wasn't the Super Bowl winning. The drive that got them to that one Super Bowl. You think of that more in the Super Bowl wins. And
if you're a Broncos fan, if you're gonna wear an Elway jersey, you're gonna wear that bright orange number 7. I mean, that's the jersey you're gonna wear. To me, I mean, if I was a Broncos fan, that's what I'm wearing.
I was gonna wear the helmet, but okay.
Or you could just have Elway smile and it's the same logo on the helmet. Number 9 on our list is the Washington Redskins 60s jerseys, the helmet that had the spear on the head with the yellow pants. These guys voted that.
Wasn't yellow, it was gold.
I'm sorry. These guys voted a little bit higher than I did. I'm just not a Redskins fan. I'm not a Snyder fan. And I know he wasn't there in the 60s, but still I hold him responsible for the 60s. So not a big Redskins fan.
It's because he keeps trying to bring back all those guys from the 60s.
Like I said, the uniform now, which hasn't changed much since then. Yeah, the uniform now that hasn't
Sonny
changed
Jurgensen
much.
starting tomorrow.
Sonny Jurgensen wore this one. It was more of a maroon, darker red color. It had the spear, you know, with all the, you know, flack right now with the logo. That was a simpler logo. It didn't have the. I'm not saying that that's the reason I liked it better. I'm just saying
I like the new logo. I like the spear too. I like it more as a throwback than as a regular uniform. I like the newer uniforms, but these aren't bad either. They're just they're really plain.
And
you're playing
just
football,
in general,
matter, but
I do respect the Redskins for not selling out to local pressure. You know, of everything's got to be right and politically correct. They own it. I mean, Snyder, as much as I bash Snyder, he comes straight out and said, "We're not changing it. We're the Redskins, and that's who we're going to be." And I gotta respect that. I honestly do.
Washington Wizards still hasn't.
it's better than the Bullets.
Yeah,
still have it in DC,
but the Washington Bullets still have it. It's just not a basketball team. Number 8 on our list is the San Francisco 49ers. Pretty much the whole existence of the Niners.
Same uniform.
I voted at number 1 on my list, and the only reason it's on this list is because they didn't. But to me, I think when I think of iconic players, I think of Montana, I think of Rice, I think of Ricky Waters a little bit, even though he didn't wear the jersey.
Well, you know what? Well, I mean, we didn't have Detroit Lions, and Barry Sanders was one of the best running backs of all time. To me, it's not about the players. We're looking at uniforms, and I think it's the most boring. And I think sometimes simpler is better. But sometimes simpler is better. But
it's like the Skins uniform.
Well, it's even worse because the stripes on it, like that generic uniform you used to get as a kid that just had like the red helmet and the red jersey, and it just had 3 stripes on it. It's like it's the most basic.
But in middle school, I had the 3-stripe buddies tennis shoes.
So it's Adidas.
No, they weren't Adidas. They were just 3-stripe buddies. I think they were actually called Johns.
And to me, like the red, it's like completely red. Like it doesn't even feel like it goes with that gold. I mean, they have the gold pants and it just doesn't.
I'm sitting here staring at it. I'm just. I kind of
I
agree
don't like
with you.
it.
It's just.
I don't like just the all red, white. There's nothing that hints that belongs anywhere with that helmet to me.
The logo
But
is the best thing about
still
the
not
blue.
on our list
Yeah, the
because
helmet-
I rigged it.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, you think about some of the best players in the NFL history. 2 of them.
And
Are
the
we rating
uniform
players?
also?
Yes, absolutely.
You're rating players?
I am.
Okay. I just wondering
You
because I
look
thought
so
we were
nice
rating
in
uniform.
It's okay if they're angry. It's fine.
Okay.
Still made the list. Number 7 is Green Bay Packers, and I think even though I'm a huge Packers fan, it's my number 1
Really?
team.
You are?
I am.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I
I'm
mean,
surprised you don't have the uniform.
I know. I could, but I don't. But I think it's good that I think it belongs to 7, honestly. I'm not a homer. I'm not going to say that it deserves to be higher. It's traditional. I think
It's the
it
team.
hasn't
And the
changed.
helmet matches the whole uniform. It doesn't just like throw it in there together.
That's
I agree. No, and I had Packers, I believe, 5 on there. I mean, it's and
He
I
actually
think,
had him higher than I did, actually.
and I
Not
think
on my list.
And I think with the Packers, like you said, it's like the fact some of those uniforms that haven't changed, they've stuck with it. They're not trying to, get into weird color rush or these
It's
weird.
just tradition. It's
Yeah,
definitely
and
tradition.
the teams that have that long tradition, they kind of stick with it. Their uniforms too.
Again, my comments about Rice and Steve Young and Montana, I was just saying,
Favre.
you think of Favre, you think of Aaron Rodgers, you think of Bart Starr, you think about that one jersey, you think about,
Because they've only had one jersey.
Exactly. but you guys just bashed me on the freaking Niners.
But it's kind of just a plain uniform. It's again basic. I think there's a theme that you'll see through this once we get to number 1. The
You
classic.
say basic, but it's still on the
But
list.
it's classic. It makes it iconic. It makes you love your
There's
team.
a fine line between basic and tradition and classic and
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
He's awesome with the Packers.
How many world championships? Let's see, you won 2, so 11 more than yours.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. Number 6 on our list is the LA Rams from the 60s with the white Rams logo on the helmet. When I think of the Rams, I think of the Merlin Olsons, the Deacon Jones, and the tradition. What the?
When I think of these uniforms, I think of these players. So that's why I like this uniform. That's
well, the Rams helmet is the one I think that stands out right away. Everyone knows
It's a
that
Ram.
Rams helmet.
I hope it's
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that helmet is.
But
the
I
most
never think of
distinct-
a player. I just think of a Ram running
But-
down the road. Look, there goes one.
But even as they've changed back to LA now, like when they've worn the white helmet again, it kind of like even though it doesn't match the jersey at all because they're like so because they won't let them NFL won't let them change the jersey, so they're wearing the Vegas gold with the navy with the white helmet with it's a mess.
It's almost like the 49ers.
Oh, just about. That's
It's one of the most changed uniforms when you look through every like 5 or 6 years. There's like a new uniform through it, and it's.
Look at those
But that's why the
guys
white-
wearing
Look at the first ones, the black and red. I know I'm not showing this to everybody, but it's black and red, and they ended up going blue, gold, and white or whatever the
Well,
theme is this
but
year.
again-
well, that's why we voted for the white and
Agreed.
and
But whether
blue
you're a
one.
Merlin Olsen or Deacon Jones fan or just a Rams fan, it was a cool jersey.
Were they trying to be like the Cowboys though?
How?
Blue and white. That's what
With the
those
Ram
were.
head? There's no Ram head.
But it's a
There's
blue
a
and
How
big
white.
would you have
difference
silver?
Could have been like the
Navy.
Colts. I'm just saying. There's got to be some originality in uniform. There's not there. There's no creativity in the
So,
Well, I
Ram
think-
so
uniforms.
how to make our list?
Well, I think it's the most iconic
Oh, geez.
There we go.
helmet.
And again, not on my
It's the
list.
most notable
Actually,
helmet.
yeah.
I think that's what.
The helmet is
I think that's kind of makes the whole uniform.
I agree.
Disagree.
So-
All right, so number 5 on our list is the San Diego 60s jerseys.
Who does it remind you of?
Johnny United.
Johnny
Bam!
Unitas.
He wore it. Look it up. Johnny United.
Okay.
Because you
So
thought I
that's
was
who
going to
you
say
think
Dan
of.
Fouts, but Dan Fouts didn't wear that.
I know. So
So-
I just want to. So now we should like the Navy one that they wore with the Navy helmet. I like.
Kelly
we're talking this
Winslow.
one.
I mean, come on.
But anyway, yes, the light blue, the powder blue with the yellow, the white helmet with the number on it. I think that was just the best mix. They've kind of gone back to that. The 80s, I think they really lost when they went to the Navy helmet. Who I think of Dan Fouts, one of their most
Even though
You know,
never
most
wore
notable
that jersey.
player.
You never wore that jersey.
What, the Navy
consistent-
one? He wore the Navy
He
one.
didn't wear this
No,
one.
that's what I'm saying. Even though their best player didn't wear this uniform,
The best thing about the uniform is again the helmet, and they've never gone away from the bolt. It's
No.
been
I
there all the
really
time.
like the number on the helmet. It doesn't remind me of anybody. It just reminds me of a very cool helmet.
Except when I look at number 13.
Number
I just-
13.
But no, I mean the uniforms are decent. Again, it's the same kind of color themes that all these other uniforms have, but the bolt to me makes the helmet, and
Mhm.
it's the iconic part.
Iconic. Bam. Got one. Number 4 on the list.
oh, here, hold on. Number 4 on the list would be the Steelers.
Wheelers.
Classic jersey.
Apparently, any of these players.
It was high on my list.
No bias that they are going here at
I
all.
don't think of Lambert
Never
or
seen it.
Bradshaw or anybody else. I think it's just like
You can think of
a catch that didn't really happen.
A
And
rapist.
you can think of every Steeler player because the jersey pretty much has been the same.
I think of when the Packers beat them in the Super Bowl, when Andy was actually at my house and watched it.
The jailbird
I saw it
jersey.
live.
The bumblebee jersey. Come on.
Oh my God,
We're
Ray
so
Lewis
lame.
here. We're
We're
so
so
lame.
lame with our uniform. We only put the logo on one side of our helmet because we don't know how to put it on
We
the
can't
other
afford to
side.
put it on the other side. All jokes,
iconic.
all jokes aside, we all put it on our list because it's never changed, and it's very. If you're a Steelers fan, that is your.
Not on my list.
What?
It ranks
What
way
is
higher
this?
on your list. It's not on my list. I'm a Ravens fan. I'm not putting the Steelers on my list.
That's
Not
like,
happening.
that's like somebody on our list put a Bears. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
Bears not happening. But I think the Steelers jersey definitely.
It's a decent uniform.
It is.
It hasn't changed much. It's always the
And I
black
The
think
and
fans
yellow.
love it.
And I think the thing about Pittsburgh in general, it's weird that like certain cities kind of have a color theme, but no, like the Penguins, the Pirates, the Steelers all have that black and gold. And I think they're what's that?
The Bruins. Oh wait, they're in Boston.
But I mean, it just you think of Pittsburgh when you see those colors. That's,
Yeah, it's there. I guess.
We'll
Can't
give
argue
it- we'll
really.
give it to you.
We will.
It's not a homer pick. He deserves it. Kind of.
I did vote for it too, though.
Number 3 on our list is the old school '80s Patriots jerseys, and I honestly cannot stand the Patriots.
I was gonna say this is about the least from a homer pick as possible. I don't think anybody here likes the Patriots at all. Can stand
nothing
them.
about them. Nothing about their players. They give me crap about what player do you think of. I don't think of any player. Steve Brogan. I think of Steve Brogan. But I can tell you,
James Craig.
it's a great jersey. It is actually gorgeous. I mean, when you think about something that personifies you and your community and everything, it's the Patriots. I mean,
The whole uniform, though. Not
It
just
is.
Yeah, the helmet with the logo, and again, one of the just ironic things as far as when we're rating the uniforms. This is another one that they played one Super Bowl, lost. They won all their Super Bowls with the ugly, weird logo, the
Cool
silver
logo.
helmet that I think is just. I mean, it really looked like a knockoff of the Carolina Panthers, which wasn't even that good of a helmet to start, and they looks like almost the same logo, same helmet type. A lot more Super Bowl rings, but
But the Patriot on there with the football, it defines football. in the
Yeah,
NFL. I mean,
yeah,
it's what you want to see in the
I mean,
logo.
you know what? I see more like Patriot fans. You're driving around with that old school logo than you
Right.
see with the new one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean,
it's like the Orioles with the bird with the bat.
Yeah.
It screams
Or
that
the
sport.
White Sox with the C-Town slogan. Yeah, I mean, it's just.
It screams that sport, and that's the way it should be. It defines the team. It defines
Absolutely.
their fans.
and that red jersey
And
just
if
pops.
any
up.
team should go back, and we'll get to a couple more later on our list, but that they should go
They
back.
need to go back.
They need,
They need to go back.
Bottom line, go back.
They-
That's what I was trying to
Go back to your old quarterbacks. Too.
say. Steve Brogan, Doug Flutie. Number 2 is the Oakland Raiders. To me, again, like we said about the Patriots, I'm not a huge Raiders fan.
Iconic.
Totally respect the uniform, respect the coaches, respect the players.
All because of the uniform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Respect Marshawn Lynch.
I
His
do.
skittle eating.
I do. I respect Madden. I respect them all.
Well, I mean,
Kenny Stabler, the Ghost. Come on.
well, this is one that I think again, sometimes we're like simple can work or not work, and this is one where it just works. They haven't changed, minus when they had like the silver lettering on their white
Yellow.
jersey.
I'm looking at it. It had some
Yeah.
yellow in the 60s, but
besides that, this has been
And
40 years of this jersey. Even with the color, all the ugly color rush that the NFL's been doing, they have not. If you look up their jerseys, they've had 2 jerseys, home and away. I don't remember last time they've worn
and
any
it makes you
also.
look tough. It made Wade Wilson look tough. If anything can make Wade Wilson look tough,
Rich Gannon.
exactly.
and even when they changed cities,
Jay
they
Schroeder.
No,
didn't
yeah.
change
You
the
made
colors
Jay
at all.
Schroeder
They-
look tough.
They didn't change it. The logo is just classic. You know that logo.
This
That
is who
logo.
we are. We're badass. Like it.
So you think of Ice Cube and Dr. Dre when you see that. Is
Well,
that
you know, that's actually
but that
a good
Think
carryover
about-
is the fan base and the way they wear that team. You see other fans wear their team's colors. Raiders fans are by far probably the #1 fan base when it comes to the colors, the team.
Besides,
the
like the Yankees and the White Sox.
White Sox,
What other? I mean,
the
like,
Raiders #1.
And I think if you see black and silver, it doesn't matter if it's on anything. Right away, you're thinking Raiders.
Right.
Doesn't matter what sport. Doesn't matter if
you don't
you're
think about
if
the
your
LA
kids.
Kings. I think
if-
about the LA Kings. a little bit.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, but you know, LA Kings used to be. They changed it. They used to be like yellow and blue. Yeah. So just saying, when you
But
see
yeah.
you see that, it doesn't matter if it's your kids, sport team. You see silver and black. You're going, oh, that's
Yeah,
just like the Raiders. Doesn't matter, no
And
matter
none
what.
of the 3 of us are fans. And we
Nah,
voted
not at
them-
all.
And we voted them this high. It goes to show you that they deserve it. All right, so it's time for number 1. And number 1 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from the 70s. And these guys are giving me so much crap. Comes Steve DeBerg, Vinny Testaverde. Come on, I mean,
Warren Sapp wore.
Warren Sapp. So many good people.
You can make Warren Sapp.
Well,
look
and
good.
the thing about this jersey is it's almost like it was so ugly in its way, but it just fit. But the logo
The
is
logo
way
was-
better. And I think that one of the things is kind of like if like you used to date someone, you kind of broke up, and then you kind of like make them feel like you make them idolize them a little bit in your mind. It's kind of like the same with this uniform. It's like because their new uniform is so bad and it gets voted like worst almost every year, that makes this one even that much better. I mean,
I
that
disagree. I think it's the ex-girlfriend that you still text at 2:30 in the morning.
it could
You're
be,
like,
but I
hey
just
girl,
say
what you doing tonight?
I just
I really like that cream.
because you'd have to spend time. You spend some time with it and go, oh, I don't remember I hated it. So I don't know if it came back that you would feel like that, but
I think the other part of that too, though, is the logo is kind of like the least.
the logo's way better.
The least, like, I'm going to say this, not being offensive, the least manly of the logos that are out there, having a little feather off the cap and all, but it does. It
Right.
makes that uniform. It goes with the orange and white theme. It matches what they were. And they're Buccaneers. I mean, they're
And
not,
Steve
they're not
Spurrier.
Raiders.
Steve Spurrier also wore this uniform.
For like a week. How long was he there?
And Trent Dilfer.
Dilfer. But I think it is by far. And you look at other people's lists that are out there on the internet, they have them up there. But I think by far this is the one most
Buccaneers
people
by
are.
far.
And I think
Talking
I had
about
it number
uniforms.
1. You guys, I think both had it number 2.
And we talked about the Patriots going back to theirs. Tampa Bay should definitely go back. Because even the white, here's the thing we didn't talk about. We talked about, most of the ones we talked about were the home, the color jerseys. Their white jerseys of this one were just as good as the orange ones, in my opinion. Doug Williams.
Yeah.
Remember, you wouldn't think it
Well,
was
because they had those orange pants that went with it, so
Right.
it kind of made it pop.
Yeah.
So, I think, if a team needs to go back, this one by far. Again, they did win their Super Bowl with the ugly jersey, but that whole pewter with,
They
I'm not
won
even
the
sure what
Super
kind of
Bowl?
red that color, what is that reddish, orangish color?
It's
that goes,
cuter.
but then that copper color that goes with it, I think it's a met.
Yeah.
Like,
And then they throw the red in there. I keep looking at all these.
like,
As we talk.
and that
about
color
it, just-
rush was, all the color rush jerseys are pretty bad,
Right.
but I couldn't even tell, like, that didn't look like it was even the same color.
But when you talk to people about the Buccaneers, they always bring up this uniform.
Right.
It's always the
But
same.
I'd say with them, the Raiders and the Patriots, the home and the away, all
So-
both jerseys on all 3 of those teams is why they rank so high on our list. Because the other ones were just like, well, that color was really good, but for me, the home and away made it for. That's why I put them number 1 on my list.
And it flows. And I looking at, I keep staring at these uniforms as we
Oh,
keep
yeah.
talking, but looking at this, I kind of think about the sports teams now, not professional teams, but like baseball teams and softball teams and stuff like that. These are the kind of colors that they go after
Yeah,
now,
it's flashy.
and this is
Yeah.
still
They didn't do
popular from
flashy
30 years ago.
And it fit Florida. Like, think about
Right.
the Dolphins, how that kind of bright color. that orange and aqua. Same thing here. I mean, that just fit being in Florida, being a Florida team like that. You're thinking of sunshine. It's just bright. It pops in that sun. They need to go back.
Steve Young.
Anyway.
All right, well, we're done here. That was our top 10 for today. Make sure you subscribe, like us, make comments, let us know. Like I said, we're rating, you hate or love it. I don't care. You let us know.
No, you gotta hate.
I can
Definitely
hate it.
Tell
You
us how
hate
much
this
you
jersey.
love it,
Yeah.
because the bad comment is still a comment. Peace out.